Good morning, thriving warriors. Today is May 17th, 2023. Here we are in Pahrump, on a beautiful day. The sun is coming up. I can see it out the window, looking to the west, reflected off the mountains. And let's see, the weather today, the low 65 and the high is 94, so about another 30-degree temperature swing. Here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from point A in your journey to point B. Journey from where? Success, from someday Isle to Successlandia. Right. Okay. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, Todd. Both of you, please remember this is Wednesday, which means we're doing our Zoom call. That's why we're running a little bit early. We have our Zoom call at 6:30. I have a Chromebook in here. I have the camera in here. We're going to get it set up in the main hall on the TV. So we need to end this by about 6, as close to after 6 as possible, so we can get that set up and do our thing. And the readings for today are Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 to 25, and Proverbs 31, 10 through 31. They are in the description down below, though. Cool. So those are in the description down below. Please have them. Let's get ready. Dennis and Dave will be here next week. So we're going to take this to another level. So here we are at 2 minutes in, and once again, our purpose here is to help you get from someday Isle to Successlandia. We do that by helping you understand metaphorically how to do that in your life, which is to get that you're on a place called someday Isle. You start out as the potential of everything you can become in your life when you're really young. And then as you get older, there's fewer and fewer things, where we're trying to now crack that open just a little bit, so we don't keep repeating the same old patterns of behavior. We have new patterns of behavior based upon 4 parts of our lives: our physical part, our mental part, our emotional part, and our spiritual part, which we use the metaphor of a boat crossing a predictably unpredictable and often dangerous sea that doesn't care about us. So we have to build a boat, and we have to crew a boat. We have to get a crew on that boat, because we cannot get there on our own. This is week 4 in our 4-week program. This is day 3 of week 4. So week 1 was orientation and overview, concept of someday Isle, Successlandia. What do we need to do? Build a boat, just the overview. Week 2 was about building the boat, or inside my skull-sized kingdom, what it's technically called. That's about learning how our brains work, so we can answer 2 questions: who am I, and why do I behave the way I do? This is on the mental part, not on the physical, emotional, or spiritual, just the mental part. Who am I? Why do I behave as I do? To understand neuroscience, neurotransmitters, hormones, neurons, and the reticular activating system. Week 3 is how do we get people on the boat, or outside my skull-sized kingdom? And that is, we can't get there on our own. We need to get people to help us get there. So that's week 3, and this is week 4, which metaphorically would be don't sink the ship. Make sure you stay on course, or you navigate as needed to Successlandia. You don't give up the objective of getting to Successlandia. Don't divert, don't get mutiny, don't crash the boat, don't get shipwrecked, don't sink the thing. Keep moving forward. Even though in a very harsh, uncaring world. All right, so that's where we are. Good morning, Diana. Once again, and here we are, 5 minutes. Let's just jump right into it. How do we start? We start with our coffee. Hopefully you have MCT oil. coffee. Next, pen. Paper, because we need to remember the stuff, we need to write it down. Good cracker. Okay, let's go to today's TED Talk, Ignatius of Loyola, the Olive. This is now Monday. We start with crisis leadership. Tuesday was pure leadership. The rest of the week, we're going to be doing practical leadership. So sometimes are good, sometimes are bad. Sometimes there's a storm, which was crisis leadership. Sometimes it's beautiful sailing. The water is great. The wind is great. Everything is great. The temperature is great. We're making great progress. But most of the time, it's highs and lows, not really good or really bad. Most of the time, it's like this. And so how to do our best when that occurs, how to have discernment, avoid desolation, and seek consolation. All right. So this is Ignatius of Loyola, who is a guy after our own heart, went to prison, ultimately, started good, had a good boom, bad things happened, down, 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 down. And he clawed his way back, or had divine inspiration. And so today is about Ignatius of Loyola, somebody that if he can do what he did, we can do something. That's the point. He's a man after our own heart. And if he could do all that he did, we can all do something. And he started late in life as well. Okay, moving right along. Seth Godin, when the sun is shining. Our job as professionals is to show up and do the work, not simply respond to incoming or do the chores, but to create and innovate. And yet, some days feel more conducive than others. There are moments when it simply flows. When the surf's up, cancel everything else, don't waste it. So this is when the moments are right, when everything's flowing, cancel everything, don't waste it. Postpone the dentist, outsource the grocery, shopping, and leave your email for now. Make hay. So again, we have the ebbs and flows of life. When the tide is out and when the tide is in. When the tide is out, it's pretty tough when you're along the shores, right? When the tide is in, everything seems easy. So Seth is saying when the good days come, go with it. So right out of Shakespeare, Julius Caesar. All right, that is a short one from Seth. How about Aesop's Fables? What can we learn from that? Jupiter and the monkey. There was once a baby show among the animals in the forest. Jupiter provided the prize. Of course, all the proud mamas from far and near brought their babies, but none got there easier than Mother Monkey. Proudly, she presented her baby among the other contestants. As you can imagine, there was quite a laugh when the animal saw the ugly, flat-nosed, hairless, pop-eyed little creature. Laugh if you will, said the Mother Monkey. Though Jupiter may not give him the prize, I know that he is the prettiest, the sweetest, and the dearest darling in the world. Moral of the story, mother love is blind. All righty then. Different time, different place. But I say to you, improperly planted pride does not, cut, we'll redo this part. I say to you, improperly planted pride does often neither benefits the giver or the recipient. Okay? Improperly planted pride doesn't usually help the person you're prideful in or yourself. Keep it real, keep it positive. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Just keep it real, keep it positive. Keeping it real, keeping it positive means you don't use the defense of, I'm just telling the truth, man. It's your fault you're upset. I'm just telling the truth. No, keep it real, keep it positive. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. All righty then. Prayer of the day, the Lord's friendship. Lord Jesus, you invited ordinary people like me to see where you lived. You welcomed them and asked them to work and rejoice with you. You are the greatest person who ever lived, and I hardly believe you want me for your friend. Draw me more and more into your friendship, and lead me along your way, which brings deep and lasting happiness. Amen. Okay, good. Well, we've got a couple new veterans, one new veteran yesterday, another new veteran from Tom and Amargosa came in when? On Monday. So they're going to be going with me this morning to Amargosa so that we will have a couple rooms empty here. And they will help the cleanup out at the Oasis. Okay. Let's see, we're at 11:21 in. I must be missing something because how did we get this done so short, so quickly? Prayer, Fable, Seth Godin. What am I missing, people? Hello, people out there. No comments from anybody? No comments? Something, missing something. Okay, message. Once again. Okay. The message. We are in this together. We're in this together. We need to help the people around us. This isn't just about how can I win. I can't win without help. We need people to help us. We need to adopt an attitude of how can I help you, not how can I get you to do what I want you to do. So maybe we need to have a sheet of here's all of the tally sheet, like here's all the things you ask me to do for you, what do you do for me? Or we just implement a tit for tat. Okay, you want me to do this for you, what are you doing for me? And try to get it so people recognize that, some people, they just go around asking people to do stuff for them. Hey, I need this. Can I have this? Can I borrow this? Can I, they are in need, not in abundance. They operate out of scarcity, not abundance. If you operate out of scarcity, sooner or later, people are going to see you coming and want to head the other way, or internally, subconsciously, they have an attitude of, oh, this person's going to ask me for something else. What am I going to have to do for this person? So let's try to turn it around, because the more you do for good people, the more they will reciprocate and do for you. And finally, remember, helping people is not the same as trying to help people. I don't need people to try to help me. I need people to actually help me. So if I ask you to do something, just do what I ask you to do, or accentuate more that I ask you to do. If I ask you to not do something, please don't do it. Please don't do it. All right, so where are we? Let's wind this up. It is 6:06. I got to get ready for the video in the other room. Hopefully Charlene is open. But Diana, you're up. What is our message? I have it over the door in here. We want to get from point A to point B. What do we do? What do we do? Yes, we act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push it yourself just a little bit more today. It will be a little bit more meaning and purpose in our life. Embrace the suck a little bit more. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Do all of those things. Act honestly, deal in good faith, etc. You know the drill and you know the story. And let's see. And Charlene, there we go. Right on cue. Perfect. If you are still here, God is not through with you yet. Okay, and the last morsel out of the sea. If you are still here, God isn't through with you yet. You still have things to do. Note, disclaimer, we're not saying you can work your way into heaven. It's by grace alone. It is a gift from God. It's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you're part of a plan. You're on your journey. If you're still here, you're not through. The journey is over when you stop breathing, when your heart stops. That's when the journey is over. Here. Okay? So with that, can I get and cut? And cut. Somebody cut this thing. Somebody whoosh, cut. Good. Diana and cut. And Charlene says shalom and cut. Boom.